Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you clicked on this video, then it seems like you are looking for a reading challenge in 2026, and I am happy to share that I have a really fun one for you. Welcome to BirdQuest. BirdQuest is a year-long reading challenge and competition, but don't let that intimidate you. Each month will have different prompts and opportunities for you to earn you and your team points. BirdQuest is a very accessible and adaptable reading challenge that would be great to combine with any other reading challenge you might be participating in or any personal goals that you may have for yourself when it comes to reading this year. There's also going to be some self-care included in the challenge. If you find that 2026 has already started and you're coming into this challenge a little bit late, that's totally okay. The great part about this challenge is because each month is different, you can jump in at any time, or if you feel like you want to take a month off for whatever reason, you totally can, and then jump back in later. All of the details of this challenge can be found in the Google Sheets document that I will be linking in the description below. This challenge will be taking place on Discord, but it is optional for you to join. That's just going to be the place where all of the conversation with teammates and each other is going to happen. But by all means, feel free to participate and not join the Discord. That's totally up to you. Before I get into all of the rules and details of the challenge, I do want to set the stage with a little bit of lore for you about this challenge. This is going to be a sort of adventuring, quest, story-driven challenge. Long ago, the world of Skyborn was a vibrant realm of tales, knowledge, and discovery. 4 great clans of birds freely roamed the skies and traveled the realm with ideas and stories, spreading joy and comfort to all they visited. But one day, a shadow fell across the land. From the depths of forgotten lore emerged the Blankwing, a formless being made of shadow and darkness. It drains the color and life from everything it touches, and it absorbs the ink from books it encounters, erasing stories from time. But now it is up to you and your team to take up arms against this evil being. Rise together with your clan and traverse the realm to 12 seats of power to defeat the evil darkness and return the world to its former colorful glory. As I mentioned earlier, this is a team challenge, and you will get to select from one of 4 different bird clans to become a member of. Now, each one of these clans has some different details about them that might affect the reasons why you would select them. For example, each clan is associated with a different element, zodiac sign, and they have their own individual personalities. Additionally, each clan has its own special ability that you can use when it comes to select the books that you're going to read. But I'll talk about special abilities later. For now, let's talk about each one of the different teams and kind of give you an idea of who you might want to select for your team. Let's take a look at each of the 4 great orders of the Skyborn realm. First, we have the Ember Wing Falcons. This clan is associated with the fire element and is also associated with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Members of this clan are bold, adventurous, and action-oriented. You might like this clan if you love fast-paced books or anything that's really exciting and engaging. You maybe are a goal setter. You really thrive on energy and competition, so that might be the group for you. Next, we have the Dreadmark Ravens. This is associated with the water sign and Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Dreadmark Ravens tend to be mysterious, cunning, and secretive. You might like this group if you enjoy mystery or suspense or books that make you think. You love analyzing plots and uncovering hidden details and Easter eggs. Next are the Willowshade Wrens, and this is our Earth clan. They are associated with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Willowshade Wrens are clever, playful, adaptable, and resilient. You might like them if you enjoy a wide range of books, you like quirky, creative, or unconventional hobbies, and all things whimsical. Finally, we have the Moonquill Owls. This is our air element clan, and they are associated with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Moonquill owls are wise, observant, knowledge seekers with excellent memories and tend to be reflective. You might like them if you enjoy epic stories or books that teach you something. You appreciate deeply thought out characters, plots, and worlds, and you tend to read deliberately or thoughtfully. Now, again, each one of these plans are going to have their own special abilities that will assist you along the way of selecting books. But before we talk about those, let's talk about the prompts. Again, this is a monthly reading challenge for each of the 12 months of the year. Each month will have its own unique set of prompts, and there are 3 different quests that you can complete, and these are your monthly prompts. The first type of prompt that you will see are your main quests. These are the prompts that will help you select the books that you will read each month. Next are side quests. These are not necessarily going to be prompts to help you select a book. They're going to be more self-care kind of prompts. Lastly, there will be one boss battle. This is generally going to be a prompt that is a little bit more difficult to complete, thus why it's called a boss battle. Now, here's what makes the BirdQuest Reading Challenge so adaptable and so accessible, and how you can make it work with so many different aspects of your life or other reading challenges that you might be participating in. All you need to do each month is complete one main quest. That's it. So basically, to participate in this challenge, you only need to read one book a month minimum. Now, of course, if you wanted to complete 2 or all 3 of the main quests, you absolutely can. Doing the side quests and the boss battles, also optional, but you can do them to earn your team points. Let's talk about the points breakdown. Each main quest that you complete is worth 10 points. Each side quest that you complete is worth 5 points. Each boss battle that you complete is worth 15 points. You may only complete one of each prompt each month. You cannot double dip. So if you read a book that could align with multiple of the prompts, you can only select one of those prompts for credit. Each month, you can earn your team a maximum of 60 points. So again, that's because it's 10 points for each of the main quests. So that's 30 points if you complete all 3, 5 points for each of the side quests for 15 points, and 15 points for the boss battle of the month, 60 points. Now, please remember, as I said, at the minimum, all you have to do is complete one main quest, but complete as much as you would like to each month. Now that you understand the basics of the points and what you need to do each month, let's take a peek at some of the prompts. Here are January's prompts. As you can see, we have 3 main quests, 3 side quests, and 1 boss battle. The main quests for January include read a book with dual POVs, read a book with at least 300 pages, and read a book that's been on your TBR for at least 1 year. So again, at the minimum, just pick one of these, but you're more than welcome to complete all 3, but just remember it will need to be 3 separate books. Our January side quests include read a graphic novel or manga, unhaul at least 1 book from your shelves that you know you won't read, and either gift it or donate it, drink 1 full water bottle during a reading session. Again, there is no double dipping for these. If you read a 300 plus page manga for your side quest, you cannot submit for both of them. It is one or the other. The boss battle for January is to read every day this month. That's why it's a boss battle. That's a big ask. Each time you complete a quest, there is a form that you will go to fill out to submit points so that you can get the credit for your team. Inside of the Google Sheet that's linked in the description below, there will be a tab at the bottom for each month as we move through the year. That tab will include the storyline for the adventure you are embarking on this month, each of the main and side quests, as well as the boss battle, and then it will also have the link to the Google form that you will fill out to submit for points. Now, here is the most important thing you need to know about when it comes to submitting points. You will submit that form for each individual quest or boss battle that you complete. So each month you will submit maximum 7 times. So when you complete a main quest, you fill out the form. When you complete a side quest, you fill out the form each individual time. I understand that this is a little tedious, but it just helps on my end as I go to calculate points. Another thing that's really important is that there will be a different form for each month. So the books and prompts that you complete in January will be submitted in the January form, and so on. I will be announcing the point submissions and leaderboard at the beginning of each month and let you know who the monthly winners are, who is generally in the lead as we move throughout the year, and then who will be the ultimate winner at the end of 2026. Now, let's talk about special abilities. So think back to the clan that you maybe want to join, whether it's the Emberwing Falcons, the Dreadmark Ravens, the Willowshade Wrens, or the Moonquill Owls. Each team has a unique special ability that will affect one of the prompts that you are selecting a book from each month. Each of these special abilities that your team has, you as an individual may only redeem them once each month. So, if you want to be part of the Emberwing Falcons clan, your special ability is called Solar Surge. And with this ability, you can ignore one of the main quest prompts and read any book of your choosing. So, let's take a look at that. Here are our 3 prompts for January. Read a book with dual POVs, read a book with at least 300 pages, and read a book that has been on your TBR for at least 1 year. Because of your special ability, you can completely ignore one of these and pick any book that you would like to read. So if I decide that I don't want to read a book with dual POVs, I can redeem my special ability and skip that prompt and choose something else. Maybe it's just one person, maybe it's 3 people or more. I can read anything that I want and completely ignore that prompt. Now, if I do want to do the other 2 main quests, I have already redeemed my special ability and I must do those prompts as stated. Next, we have the special ability of the Dreadmark Ravens, which is called Twist the Tail. For this special ability, you can change one aspect of one of the main prompts to suit your liking. So, for example, you can switch up the genre, the format, the author of it, things like that. To give you an example, let's take a look at February's prompts. Here we have read a book by a Black author, read a book published in the last 2 years, and read a book featuring romance. Let's say romance isn't really my thing. I'm going to switch that up and say, read a book featuring anything else. Could be sci-fi, could be vampires, could be who knows. So I'm going to change that prompt to fit something that I would much prefer to read, but the other 2 prompts will remain the same because that is the prompt that I selected to change. For the Willowshade Wrens, your special ability is called Nestled Choice. With this one, you can ignore one main quest prompt and replace it with any book that is on your physical TBR. So it's very similar to the Emberwing Falcons one, except they get to choose any book. You get to choose something that you physically own. So it needs to be a physical copy of a book. If you are someone who doesn't collect physical books, then I would say maybe it's an ebook that you purchased. You own that thing. The other option I would say is go to your library, get a physical book from your library, do it that way. Another option is if you're an audiobook reader, it's an audiobook that you have paid for. Basically anything that you have bought. I guess that if you're looking for suggestions and how you could make that work if you're not a physical book owner, just anything that you have bought or can physically hold. So that's why I give the example of the library, just for that accessible aspect. All right. And then for our Moonquill Owls, your special ability is called Second Wind. And for this one, you can replace one main quest prompt with a different month's prompt. So let's take a look at another month's prompt. Let's say March, for example. So here our 3 main quest options are read a book by a woman author, read a book by an author you've never read before, and read a book that has a color in the title. Let's say I don't want to read a book that has a color in its title. I don't have any books that I'm interested in reading like that. I'm going to switch it to a different month. So I can scroll through each of the prompts that are provided in that Google Sheet, again, linked in the description, and I can say, all right, I like this prompt in July that says read a book with flowers on the cover. I think that sounds more fun to me. So I can do that instead of what the original prompt in March said. And again, I can do that each month. As a final reminder, all of the rules and all of the information for this challenge are linked down in the bio and can also be found within the Discord. If you do decide to join the Discord, there will be an option for you to select the team that you want to join, and then you will be automatically added to a private channel in which you can converse with your teammates. I hope you enjoy this reading challenge, and I'd love to see you inside of Discord and seeing what teams you want to join and what books you're going to read this year. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have by either dropping them down below in the comments, or if you do join the Discord, feel free to ask your questions there. But remember, this is just a fun reading challenge. There's no need to overthink the books that you are selecting for each of the prompts. If you feel like you can make a particular book work for the prompt, then totally go for it. I'm really looking forward to starting this on January 1st, and I hope that you are too. Thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome 2026. Oh my God, that's crazy to say.